Modern society has created a world where there are more and more people who are living a life that is highly stressful and filled with distractions. From your mobile phone to social media, YouTube videos, and Netflix, we have built a world where happy, mindful living and social interactions rarely exist. From highly addictive and violent movies, video games, and even pornography, we have a society today that gives today more importance than tomorrow. Think about it. What we do today either directly or indirectly affects our world tomorrow. But majority of us, including me, can't seem to figure out why your attention spans are shorter than just a decade ago, or why we can't stay focused more than a couple of seconds, and how we can fix it so that we can make a better tomorrow for ourselves individually and society as a whole. Remember, each individual person's choice affects the entire society we live in. In today's world, hypersexuality and violence dominates pop culture. We have hip hop song writers and rappers who promote sexuality, violence, and drugs abuse, and then Hollywood promotes love between children in Disney movies, and even have adult film industry promoting incest, bestiality, and even sexual videos involving men and women of huge age gaps, more than 40 years to be exact. So, with all this baloney happening in today's world, we have wars taking place in different parts of the world, countries with extreme poverty, financial crisis, and even genocides taking place, while we are losing focus on valuable life opportunities and wasting on things that don't even matter. So, how do we start by changing tomorrow's society into a non-violent, peaceful, and non-sexual society? We start taking action today. We must stop focusing on things that rot our minds, but change our habits and focus on things that actually produce great value in this world. Here are a few tips to clear your mind and help you start focusing on what's important today. Number one, get rid of distractions. I know, how can we possibly avoid distraction in today's digital world? But it's much more of a common sense to get rid of things that may cause you distraction, like turning off your phone, closing the door in your room or office to focus on studying or working, closing out programs or apps that might distract you from achieving your goals. I know that I would always have tabs open while studying for school or even learning how to code for the first time. You may think you're a great multitasker, trying to do many things like learning a new language, studying for your exams, and even trying out a side hustle to make money. But it turns out that multitasking is actually quite detrimental for focus. Which brings me to my second point, minimize multitasking. It has been proven that people who are medium multitaskers have lower attention spans and lower memory capacity. Let me ask you this one question. Say you were reading an article or watching a YouTube video, like this for example. How many of you scroll down, scanning through that article without fully understanding or focusing on the article itself? Or fast forwarding through the YouTube video to finish a video that's already only a minute long in a couple of seconds? Or scrolling through lecture slides that your professor uploaded only thinking that's going to help on your exam? Think about it. Majority of us have multiple tabs open right now, switching through it, scanning through valuable information and thinking we've understood what the article or video is talking about without actually focusing on the information that is actually shown. Number three, meditate. Meditation takes a great deal of concentration, just like how you go to the gym to work out to get fit physically. It's not all that different when it comes to your mental focus. It takes time and consistency to get the physique you want without workouts and diet, which might take from 6 months to a year to attain. Similarly, when you start meditating, it will be very difficult to focus. There will be lots of distractions and a lot of thoughts that might pop up, which will demotivate you from meditating and clearing your mind. Your past traumas will also start popping up and getting you depressed or angry while you're meditating. Embarrassing moments you had in the past will be reminded to you by your mind, which will change your emotions and make you lose focus. But that is what mind does. Focus on the moment. See, your mind doesn't like it when you try to focus or do things. Your mind is built to direct your thoughts to things that will give you happiness. A surge in dopamine for your brain to be happy and feel fulfilled. This is why our minds deviate to things that give a short-time dopamine rush, like video games, pornography, movies, and even TV shows, which spike our dopamine for a second. We might want to travel the world, but we would tend to receive the dopamine we want by seeing adventurous movies and living our life through the main character of that film, without actually physically leaving the house. Our brain can differentiate between a lot of things that are reality and illusion, but our mind has the ability to differentiate reality and illusion. Just like how if you stop working out, you'll gain the weight back, you must continue meditating continuously, consistently every day, and train your mind. If you're having a hard time meditating, simply try consciously doing your everyday activities. So when you're going to school or work from home, don't let your mind wander, but focus on what's in front of you without switching to your thoughts. If you do something or learn something new, you'll focus on what's on hand versus something you have done repeatedly, like cook the same meals, wash the same dishes, and your day-to-day daily routine. You tend to do it on autopilot. Presence of mind is very important for your focus. So focus on the moment. Now finally, we can't avoid sleeping. Sleeping is also a form of meditation. When you sleep, your mind does pretty much what you do when you're meditating. Even when you're trying to sleep, don't let your thoughts get the better of you. I know when I go to sleep, I tend to worry about the things in the future, disrupt my sleep, and wake up feeling tired and exhausted. When you wake up, you should feel very fresh and alive. That's an indication that you had a great night's sleep. It's important to mention that eating well and exercise is not only important for shaping your physical appearance, but also your mind. Stress can be detrimental to your focus, and eating well, sleeping well, exercising, and even listening to good music can be all stress reducers and can act as a catalyst for increasing your focus. So let me ask you a question. Have you ever lost focus? And if you have, what do you think you can do to help improve your focus? Please share it down with us in the comments below. Mind Seal.